In today's video, we're going to discuss how to evaluate a function. Evaluating functions basically means that you're solving a function given a certain input. So for this first example, we have f of x equals 3x plus 2, and it wants us to find this function when f of x becomes f of 4. So basically what they did is they took out the x and they replaced the 4. They want us to find this. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Every place that we see an x on this function, we're going to replace it with 4. So we have f of 4 equals 3. Instead of x, it's times 4 plus 2. So now all we're doing is simplifying. F of 4 is just going to stay the same all the way through because I can't do anything with that. It's just reading the function's name, the function when x is 4. We're just going to simplify this left side. So 3 times 4, that's 12, and we still have this plus 2. So f of 4 is going to be 12 plus 2, which is 14. So when we evaluated this function at x equals 4, we found that the entire function itself equals 14. Okay, let's try another example. Okay, our second example, I have f of p equals p squared minus 2p, and we're going to find the function's value when we have f of 8. So p is going to equal 8. So again, every place where I see p, I'm going to replace it with 8, because that's going to be the new value for p. We're literally just plugging in 8. So I have f of 8 equals 8 squared minus 2 times 8. Okay, so again, f of 8 equals 8 squared is 64 minus 2 times 8 is 16. So f of 8 is going to equal 64 minus 16, which is 48. Okay. We're going to do one more example. This will be example 3. I have g of t equals 7t squared minus 2t plus 1. And we're going to solve this function when t equals, spell it right first. When t equals 3. Okay? G of t, functions don't always have to be f of x or f of p or f of what. It doesn't always have to be f. It can be g, a, b, c, it can be any letter. So a function doesn't always have to start with f. So just because this looks different doesn't mean that anything's changed. We're still going to look at every place where we see a t, and we're going to plug in the value of 3. So I have g of 3 equals 7 times 3 squared minus 2 times 3 plus 1. So then we're going to simplify. The only thing that this exponent is affecting is this 3. It doesn't affect the 7. So we have 7 times 3 squared, and that's 9. Minus 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1. 7 times 9 is 63. So I have g of 3 equals 63 minus 6 plus 1. So 63 minus 6 plus 1 is what we have to simplify. Uh, 63 minus 6 is 57. And 57 plus 1 is going to be 58. So g of 3 equals 58. Okay, and that is how you evaluate functions. Anytime you're trying to solve this, you're just looking at, okay, what is the variable equal? It equals 3, so every time we saw a t, we plugged in a 3. And then we just simplified the left side all the way down. This right side is going to stay the same once you plug in that number. You're just going to carry that down all the way until you get your final answer, which is here. G of 3 equals 58.